Hello everybody all over the world. If you're wondering, GPS, why is the episode 3 hours late in the live stream? And the answer is I took a nap and slept for 3 hours. Anyway, this is the Bonk episode. This is the item that we'll be covering. It's one of the few items in the game that has been primarily unchanged in the way it works. However, with the latest Jungle Inferno update, they changed it so that after you take a certain amount of damage, you run slower when the effect is over. What's interesting about this, or a good thing, I'm just gonna look at the chart, I'm not gonna show you. But basically, the bonk lasts for 8 seconds, which is an Uber, basically. So you have a self-Uber on yourself, right? So that can be pretty useful in certain situations. So I'll continue talking about what's good about it, and then I'll talk about what's bad about it. So it's great for getting past chokes, like in very choky maps. That's why this weapon was created in the first place, because if you play Dust Bowl and there's 5 sentries, you can't do much as scout. I mean, you could always switch to like a spy or something, but you have something in your kit not to destroy the sentries, but to get past them, which is pretty good. And then it's a great survival tool. And also, I'll show you how to completely negate the downside that this weapon provides, similar to how we can completely negate a bunch of other downsides from other weapons by simply pushing buttons. So what's bad about this weapon? Well, it doesn't do any damage, right? It's just a drink. And you have to slow down, and it's very situational, because this isn't really a weapon that you use all the time. This is a response to something. This is when you get past a choke and you can't get past something, or you have a special plan. This is when you use this weapon. So, demonstration, here we go, and then we run, and then we take some damage. Oop, oh no, I'm taking some damage. Everybody here runs at scout speed, by the way. And then you can see they are running quite a bit faster, and then it goes away. So I mentioned this, this kind of like this exploit you can do. I'll go to the other side here, and I'll show you what I mean. So what you do is if you just smash the A and D keys like this while running forward, you will actually negate the downside completely. So here I am, and then I'm taking some damage, like taking some damage. And then when this goes over, I'll just shimmy like this. And you can see that I'm not 100% speed, but it's like 98% speed. And then I can just keep going. So that's fun, right? That's fun. And also, as a scout, you can take, if you're standing on the ground, you can take the pushback of 2 sentries. If there's 3 sentries, you're gonna get knocked away. If there's 2, you can actually run forward and use that to your advantage. Cool, great. So that with that out of the way, let's have a look at the introduction replay by our favorite man, Enigmas, and he's gonna show us exactly how this weapon works in real life. And that's the loading screen. Thanks to Amadeus, who told me about the bypass of this, because I actually didn't know this. And I think Taka or the Delta or someone else helped him, I don't remember. So there it is. It's running on 2 Fort. And has this ever happened to you, where you go on 2 Fort and you stop and you turn off the show pause, and you run past a sniper and you turn around, and there's like a whole posse of snipers. And it's like, all right, fine, I'll just go here. And then, oh, a sentry. Well, we have something for that. So here's what you do. You just run past, and then you just push the sentry with the explosives, and then all these heavies will just freak the fuck out when you run past, because their bullets can't hit. And then you just run past them, and you go down into the intel room, and of course you have the slow effect, and he doesn't know the 80-80 shuffle. But there's a sentry. Can't do that. You've got to be really careful about the exploding barrels that is hidden here, that the booby trap killed and kills you with, so be careful of that. That was the alternate. Yeah, it was Delta who found it. Cool. Thank you, Delta. Thank you, Delta. Very cool. Okay, so next up is going to be Adam W2TS, and he's going to show us how he uses this weapon. So this is probably for the intended purpose. It's like, it's on Dust Bowl, there is no sentry, but usually there is a shit ton of everything here. So he just runs straight past, and he's gonna take some slowdown, and he doesn't do the shimmy because he's an idiot who doesn't know the exploit. And then he's in trouble. He's in so much trouble. And then he does some shimmying, and then he goes, and then his team is actually capturing the point. And then he's like, out of the way, spy, I have important capping business to do. And then the spy decloaks, but doesn't de-disguise on the point. And then Adam WTS kind of just won the entire round there. This is the kind of stuff you can expect from doing bonks at the right time with the right team. You can get like some really quick back caps and stuff like that. For that, the bonk is great. Would probably not have been possible with any other unlock, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on. So if your demo didn't get in today, there was a few who didn't get in today, that's probably because you could have achieved what you have achieved without the bonk. So this is a Timothy 1, and he's going to show us, this is a defensive use of this because he's on the red team, and this is payload Barn Blitz. So he's doing some damage with the Soda Popper, which is great. Has the highest DPS of all the guns if you just kind of stay in combat. You can see there's a lot of blue stuff. I haven't really seen him yet, but this engineer has seen him, and he has very low health, and he drinks this and gets out of here with 22 health. And like this, he picks up the health back, gets to safety, and he's going to get the slowdown in a zone that doesn't really matter. So he's just kind of hanging out. I'm not sure if he knows the shimmying strategy. And then you also use the Rap Assassin, which is better than the Sandman. If you want to throw shit at your opponents as a scout, then that is the weapon to go. And then he's just looking around for an opening. So right here for a scout, it's very, you don't have a lot of options because there's just one choke at this point. You have there, everywhere else is sealed off until this turning is complete. So you can see you can't go down there, and it's only like one way to go at this point in time. If only we had like something for that to get like past a wall or a choke or something where people are like hurting us and stuff. If only we had, yes, exactly, that's what the episode's about. It's about this item. He's like, haha, see ya. Come and get me, guys. I'm behind your lines. Now I can be annoying. I'm way more scary as a scout. And then he has two snipers that just forgets he's there. They just, oh wait, no, he remembered. And then he's like, the scout has a lot more speed than me. And a shotgun. Fucking bring out the knife. Never bring a gun to a knife fight, said the guy who died to a shotgun. And then of course he uses this, and he wants this medic dead, but his aim game isn't really on point, and he's a bit stressed out because I don't think the soldier even noticed that he's, yeah, the soldier has no idea that he's busting his medic's balls. No idea whatsoever. So there you go. And it's like they haven't seen him still. His drink is ready though, so if, like we say in Norway, if the shitter's on fire, then you can drink this and get out of trouble. And you can see, like, turning around, oh, that is a strategy you only use when you know there's a spy. He gets the medic! He gets the medic eventually, kills the sniper, turns into a scout. Oh, what is he gonna do? He can use the hype at any point in time and fly, but he activates it too late and dies. So, it's really good against teammates who just have absolutely no idea, and he was basically poking the medic to death, like 14 health at a time. Alright, so that was pretty good. We saw that it's not just an offensive tool. It's great on offense, getting past Sentries, but you can also use it on defense, like Timothy did here, so pretty good stuff. Next up is Decouplets. He actually doesn't get a kill here. He actually doesn't get a single kill this entire life, but I'm just going to fast forward to the part where he does something really cool. So he has used the bonk a couple of times now, but not to a really great effect, right? So here he has 15 health, just runs forward. There's a sentry, right? And he's like, all right, this sentry is a bit scary. None of my teammates were there. I'm paraphrasing. I'm saying what he's thinking. I'm doing what like kids do. Like, I know what he's thinking because his face looks like this. So that way I can determine that he needs to take a shit. Anyway, we have him just standing here, not getting a single kill or assist or anything. He's just looking on the side here. Oh, and now he's with his team, and he's like, all right, my teammate's with me. The sat went onto the gun, that's obviously a spy, and look at this. This is great. So you can just go, because here's how sentries work. Sentries will shoot at whoever is closest, right? So with Scout, you can use your speed to getting closer. So he just runs past here, takes, and like all of the teammates are also paying attention to him. Right, and the sentry is also unsupervised, so that means anyone on the blue team can come and deal with this. And if you look at the scout there that's coming on the tracks, he actually gets the sentry. Probably it could have been a bit closer because the sentry fired a little bit on him, but never mind. The couplets did get the thing, and I also saw that Coyote was in the game, so shout out to him. So that can be pretty good. So if you're 2 scouts using the Bonk, you can kind of like move in the sweet spot of the sentry and figure out whoever's closest, and that way you can get it to turn like and never hit you if you time it correctly. However, that is vastly difficult because there's going to be enemy teammates doing stuff to you. And keep in mind, you're still vulnerable to air blasts, so if there's a pyro, you're going to go flying. So be careful of that. So this is Amadeus. He submitted a couple of these. So we're going to look at this. One is from a lobby, this one isn't. So he's just gonna go and look at this sign, shoot it, just make sure that the fire button works, and he's gonna go with the soldier who's like, you know, rocket launchers for pansies, I'm gonna use the shotgun and only that. And then he's like, all right, fine. I don't think they are on voice or anything, but he just goes in, takes the aggro. Soldier gets hit a little bit, but thanks to the power of the Bonk, the soldier is able to kill the sentry, because it wasn't tightly supervised by the engineer, and then he's in some bit of a trouble. So also what you can do is that, keep in mind that sentries will hurt engineers, so if you position yourself in a way that allows the engineer to get hurt by his own sentry, that is great. And usually that will make him like back off a bit from the sentry, allowing your teammates to do damage without it getting repaired. So there we go. Just pushing the payload. I think the cart's, oh yeah, the sentry's back up. He's being sapped, but he's like taking the pushback. He's like being in front. He's just being annoying. But there's no follow-up from his team, and he jumps on top of the sentry, and he almost gets it. But like I said, if you're a 1v1 versus a sentry, you can maybe do it. But if there's 3 other teammates plus the engineers, you're pretty fucked, to be honest. But then again, scouts are supposed to be bad against sentries. Right, but scouts are also supposed to be good at flanking and getting around stuff, so you can get around this. So, right, so I was wondering why this was a spy, but this is actually Amadeus. This is a lobby, this is competitive, this is Highlander, holy shit. Is this viable? Is this a true gun that you can use? That hasn't really been changed at all. Alright, so here he is, he's just trying to, he's on defense, doing some damage, shooting people, I guess. He's hanging around, doing some bit of killing the demo that was out of position with no support from his team whatsoever. Then he runs around the side here, needs a pyro. Oh shit. Well, pyros are scary. Oh, drink this! 10 health! And he's out of there. See ya! 10 health, survival. So that's pretty good. You can use it for clutch defenses. I don't think I show anyone where people die when you're trying to drink it, because keep in mind there's a little cooldown before you drink it, before you get your invulnerability. So that is something to keep in mind. So he uses it to get away. Now he's in trouble, and he didn't have it ready, and he burned to death. But he had a very successful escape. Many others do, but I think that was the best example, because he was the closest. He had like 10 health, and then he got out of there. Cool. So next up is gonna be someone cool, because everyone who submits to me is cool. Right, there we go. I hope this loads properly. So hopefully you're getting an idea of how this works. I mean, this has been pretty much unchanged in the game so much. Why didn't it go to the thing? God damn it. Yes. No, it's 34,000. So basically he goes through the entire first round without dying, and the entire second round without dying, pretty much. So I'm just gonna fast forward to the interesting part where actually it was useful what he did with the Bonk, because his team was kind of rolling the other team, and I think regardless of what he did, he would still win. Right, so here he is, just kind of hanging out, and oh, there's a demo! What happens if you hug a demo that isn't comfortable with pipes? The answer? Well, place your bets. What do you think the demo's gonna do? Yes, he blew himself up like an idiot. And then the soldier is checking Facebook, I guess, or Discord or something. I don't know, he wasn't here. So that's a pretty good usage. You can use this on soldiers as well and other classes that have self-hurt. That's pretty much all you can do. Goes in the back, shoots the engineer in the ass. So let's see, the next one is pretty close, I think, so we're just gonna keep watching that. Gets a kill on that guy. Runs up here. Ooh, gotta be careful. Oh, there's a soldier jumping. Ooh, be annoying with the force of nature. The fan means fuck in Norwegian and Swedish and probably Danish too, so it's the fuck gun. So here he uses this once again, and look at this. This is fucking perfect. Oh, did you see that? The block of the direct hit to the sentry That's what I'm talking about. The rest isn't important. That was just so crisp. It's like the ultimate sacrifice, except you didn't sacrifice anything. It's like, I was just there, and I ate a rocket and took no damage, and your sentry is fine. You can thank me later. So that was booty cakes. Excellent play there. So if you are like a heavy that likes to meat shield sentries, and that comes pretty natural for you, then it could be pretty good for you as a scout too, to do this. And especially if it's a crit, because a lot of times, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I often hover towards running into crits when I see them. So this is Spicy Penis, and he's playing, of course, on 2 Fort. This is the real 2 Fort and not the alternate dimension one with the explosive barrels from Half-Life 2. So he goes and kills Magistrona, which is a great dish. Also, we sent the medic flying, I think. He's just hiding around here with this demo that decides, like, you know what's great against scouts? Falling down on the low ground. And then the scout's like, I'm gonna follow you on the low ground and kill you because I'm going for the intel. You don't need to go to the intel, you idiot. Oh, there he goes. See ya. And then the sniper's like, oh my, there's a scout here. Oh, crikey donkey! And then he dies to a crit, and then he goes on the forum. He's like, I saw the Uncle Dane video! You should remove the crit, it was the only reason I died. And then this medic runs in and kills him as well. So then he runs down, and here you might ask yourself, when we are in the intel room, and there is no sentry at the choke, where are the sentries? And the answer is... probably around here somewhere. So he's looking for the health back, and actually there is no sentry, I lied. So he's gonna go with his friend, the Pyro, and they can't kill the scout. And here's an interesting tidbit when you're ever playing Capture the Flag and have the intel. You can't drink the bonk while carrying the intel. Before, it would drop on the ground, but now you have to manually drop it before you can drink it. So he drops it, there's a button for that, and then he barely survives with 1 health. And then let's see how he gets out of this situation. So he has 1 health and he's running towards, and there's the enemy spawn. And is he gonna do the shimmies? No, because this allows other people to catch up to him. But he's gonna go down into the sewer, grab this, and then run back again, and then run into the scout. And let's see if he makes it back to the intel. Will he be able to do the objective, or will he get distracted by going to the battlements? And the answer is going to the battlements, and oh shit, there's a sentry, and you're dead. Why didn't you go to the intel, you big dumb? You have the tools, and you're like, oh, just hold on, I'm just gonna check the battlements real quick, because the battlements on 2 Forts is where shit happens. I've seen it in the videos where the YouTubers only play this map and laugh hysterically after everything they do, for some reason. Anyway, this is Sir Timothy 1, the guy we saw earlier. This is still the same map, I think it's the same game. He is doing pretty well for himself, yes. And then he runs, and he's like, oh, I'm in a bit of trouble here. All right, go and grab the, oh no, you took that. Okay, so keep in mind they're behind enemy lines. He's waiting for this. There's a heavy that hasn't seen him. And he's gonna kill, yeah, got the heavy, nice work. So there you go, oh, he drinks this. For some reason, I'm not sure why he drank it there. He could have battled and then drunk. And the sniper, are the sniper gonna chase him with the melee weapon? No, he's gonna chase him with an SMG. Or the rifle. Oh shit, okay, so now he's in trouble, right? Now he's in big trouble, and now he's using the hype to just jump around. His drink isn't ready. There's so many charges. The demo is looking at the floor when...
What?
How? Okay. So, he kills the sniper. He has a drink, and he's like, oh, trouble. Oh, dodging the rocket, jumping to the solid. Drink! Drink! Oh. I lied when I said I didn't include it. I actually included it. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, moving on. We are going to look at Starry Night. He is going to be playing Scout here on Upward. Bonk can also be a very great just opener for just running out and betting sticky traps and stuff like that. So, as you may know, people like to build sentries in this very area. It's a pretty good spot, so he's going back, getting some heals from his medic. Keep in mind that if you go in, it's basically like 2 medics ubered on a single target, and oh yeah, there's the engineer. And then he takes the dispenser from me shoot. You think he shoots? Me thinks he shoots. So does me. Alright, so there we go. And ready for the bonkage. Here we go. So he goes in, takes the thing, but the medic isn't with anyone. And okay, now the soldier's there, but he's not holding W, and he's watching the soldier destroy the stuff. But I'm not sure if you saw what happened in the kill feed, because the sentry isn't dead. I mean, the sentry's still up. So he's like, all right, we got the sentry, guys. That's cool. Wait, what? And me shoot. Stays true to his name, where he shoot. Cool. So that's a bit unfortunate, like when you go in for the position. Like, yeah, I think a lot of you probably experienced that too, where you're like looking at your teammates. You're like, all right, I have the bark, I got the drink, all right, drink it, go. And then they just kind of stand in the choke like a bunch of cows just watching. So this is rare, and he's actually using this with the Babyface's blaster, because keep in mind, you don't take any damage, so while getting hit while under the effect of Bonk, you will not lose any speed you've built up unless you do like double jumps and stuff like that. So he decides to go past through the enemy spawn. This can be a great tactic to use if they have a lot of sentries and stuff. So he kills this demo man, and he is going to be a real pain in the ass for the defending team, because the Babyface's blaster in the right hands against the most incompetent team that doesn't know how to shoot or deal with super speed, it's gonna be hard for him to do anything. So he just runs past everybody. I don't think they even saw him, so he's just kind of hanging out here. And he can use his speed to maneuver around. I'm not sure why you switched to the melee there. So, yes, the good 13 damage on the demo man. But he's doing what a spy does, except he's more lethal. And the demo doesn't know you can go behind him, and he's a bit twitchy with his aim, so that demo should have died a bit earlier, but he got him anyway. And there's another demo that's... like, this is what it looks like when two people that don't know how to shoot are fighting. Like, they shoot, and then they run away. So now the enemy spawn has been moved up here, I think? Or is it the next point? Yeah, it's the next point, so he decides to figure that out for himself. So he kills the demo. Yeah, oh no, it has been moved. It's just that nobody was dead. So you can see the enemy team has a lot of dead people. They have 2 spies and a sniper that aren't really doing much. And then you can see he's just running around using the bonk unnecessarily, but I guess he doesn't want to take any damage from and lose his speed, right? So he's now battling the spies, who have really not been doing anything this game. And then he kills this guy, kills this, and then Razorback Huntsman. I can't snap with this hand. That's a guy who knows what he's doing. Almost as much as the Cozy Camper Huntsman. And then, holy shit, he runs into everybody. And then he does a quick 180, runs around, goes on the flank, and now he has all the space to himself, and he decides to just occupy it. Oh, there's a spy again. Oh, he's gonna trick stab the Babyface's blaster that runs faster than a normal scout. Yeah, that's gonna happen. All right. So then he goes, oh, there's a heavy. So he's gonna do some damage to him. So he, as you can see in this demo, that Rare has used the bonk here very differently from everything else. He's using it to just be annoying, and there's not really anything he tries to push through. And this soldier knows better than to shoot when people are right in front of him. But it's being also a major distraction, because any second the enemy team isn't shooting at your teammates, that can take damage, but they're focused on you, that's better. So you're kind of like a pseudo-spy in a sense, and holy shit, that's a sentry. How will we ever deal with such an unstoppable, unbreakable defense that we can never... oh yeah, right, cool, we can just run past it and play time with this thing. And then we can go around the side and maybe kill the engineer. That was very busy. Yeah! We got him fucking owned! Oh shit. Hit him. No! Man. Busy engineers are the easiest one to kill, because they're so focused on their sentry they don't even see you when you are blocking their path. Like, repair gun. Don't anything else, just repair gun. So this is Hexagon, this is still Barn Blitz, another game, another dude, and look at this. This is a great sentry distraction. Like this, the bonk is perfect. So he runs up it and he just literally just pushes his ass into the gun. And this demo that's all on fire is allowed to just casually shoot the pipes and kill the gun. Sentry goes down, and Hexagon has been very useful for his team. And then he does like the respawn thing, switch trick. And there's a sentry in there too, and he's like, all right guys, I'm just gonna go in and take the fire, and yep, the demo follows, and the sentry goes down.
Easy operation. Teamwork.
So that's how it works. It's a great team booster. I mean, you don't get points for this or any credit, There's also gonna be this asshole sniper who just happens to kill you. So that was all the user submitted ones, so pretty good stuff. Pretty good usage of this in a variety of situations, but as you can see, this is a response weapon when you know that something is there. Usually when you're on attack, you can think that, alright, they might have a sentry. So this was from one of my games, and I'm trying to do the same, but my team isn't being as cooperative. My team is very busy just standing in this area, where you see now, and not really moving all that much forward, except this pyro does. So I run in front, and I'm like, alright, cool. So this is something you can do if you really are suicidal, right? So I want to get this sentry, right? So I see that people are shooting the sentry, and then I just aim it. I'm like, alright, for the life, and I shoot the sentry, and I survive with like 30 health. But I got the sentry, and as you can see, people are very busy playing grab ass here. So what we could do, we could just, you know, hold the W button and just go on the point because we got the sentry. But instead they think like it's very cool to be up on the high ground and give the enemy the time they need to respawn and get their defenses back. So we're just gonna do that instead. I forgot to change off the drive. There we go. And you can see that we have healing. We can just, at any point in time, just go forward and do that. You can see the demo is in the back playing grab ass, shooting over the hill. And now the guys we have killed are respawning and they're holding W. And here we have a bunch of guys. And this guy is literally just, I'm actually just pointing. Like this guy, let's see, this guy right here, he is literally looking at the wall. And then he gets stabbed by a Put your back against the wall, not your face, idiot. And of course we kill the spy. And then instead of just going here where there's nobody, they're like, oh, the hill is like the true challenge. Go where the challenge is greatest, says all the orcs in Skyrim, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm sitting here, and the medic has fucking crit screen, right? So it's currently bugged, so he probably has like a full charge or something. But how the fuck am I gonna kill a sentry crits? Crits don't do any more damage on buildings. God, it's like crits on, oh cool, he gave it to me, great, fine, I'll just kill as much as I can with my shitty shotgun at this shitty range. Right, so we got a bunch of guys, and there's the sentry, and I need to go back and get this, and they're still on that fucking hill, never getting past. I'm like, finally, alright, I'm gonna push up, okay, there's the sentry. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, and no one's shooting the sentry, no one's behind me, I think. Let's take a look, are people behind me? Yeah, this pirate, you think he sees the sentry? Nope, so I'm like, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm just gonna surf away, see ya. Gonna fly away. And then we are still in this area. We haven't been able to push forward despite the enemy not being there. Oh. Alright, cool, so there's soldiers on the high grounds again, Jesus. So we're just still, and there's people in the bushes, and then we die. And my face is getting frustrated with these teammates because it's like, we did the thing. Why are you running back, looking at the wall, going up the hill, and just looking at this like, that's a respawn cabinet for the red team. It's the people have been like bird watchers, so instead of shooting the birds, they just watch it. All right, so it's always important to woo. So when the gates are about to open, you just do this, right? A lot of people do this. You drink, and then you run, and you get past, like, there's a sentry, so yip, and another sentry, cool. I am not gonna be able to do much about this. No sentry here, and then shimmy. Don't even feel the downsides, because like any other weapons, we can just push buttons, and the downside is negated. Imagine if that worked on everything. And there's a dancing sniper, so we're gonna just let him stay there. So here is what's pretty interesting right now. So if you look in the top, you can see whoever's respawning, right? So we kill this soldier, he was not prepared for this. And you can see that there's a lot of guys that might be respawning in the next wave. So I'm like, all right, like, dude. These are the guys that's gonna be coming out of this door, and I'm just one guy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down here, and I'm gonna let them walk, and I'm just gonna pick off the guy in the back. Pick off as many guys as I can. And yeah, we pick off this engineer. And yeah, there's still a big wave coming, so we're just gonna hang back here and pick off. Yeah, wow, isn't this the most lethal group you've ever seen? Pyro, snipers, and spies that don't know you're there, despite you killing their teammates. And then we just gotta clean up everything. And that's the strength of that, and also the strength of having an absolute shit team. And then we kill this engineer too, and there's two pyros. And this dancing sniper, I'll allow you to live because he did get this. And oh shit, oh the medic's after me. Shit, 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 drink. Get away. And then we get away and we survive because we're cool like that. And then shimmy, sham. And the medic's still after us. And he's like, all right, so I'm a medic with the Blutsauger. I get health on hit. So I'm gonna be able to kill the scout with my needles. Be sure to watch me, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the scout and witness the oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, fucking surprise, right? Who would have thought that a medic dies to a scout in a 1v1? And then we meet the sniper who decides that meleeing a scout in meat shot range is a good idea. Of course they haven't captured, so why the sniper was back here, I couldn't tell you, so we're still kind of hanging out. And hey, another kill. There we go. And then they won't spawn here anymore, so we're just gonna go and take a look. Yeah, we're gonna capture because we're gonna flank and capture and everything. Oh shit! And Legitimator allows us to survive. Afterburn isn't as much of a problem as it used to be when this item first came up, but this basically was if you hit late by a pyro, you use this and you avoid afterburn. You can do this still too. So there you go. And there's do you know when I'm shaking in my boots? It's when the sniper uses a cleaner's carbine because it's basically like he's shooting marshmallows at you. It's like, it's just as scary. You might die from overeating them if you get diabetes instead of actually dying from the pellets themselves. Anyway, so after all of that, I have to go push the cart, of course. Almost falling out to my death. There's the medic again, and he's like, the second time I will get him with the Blutsauger. And then he dies again while on fire. You would think he would learn, but he's like, you know, third time's the charm. If you don't count the 10 first other tries that didn't work. And there's this soldier who doesn't know how to let go of the button for... Okay, so you see, it's not like the brightest bunch I'm playing against here. I mean, playing Scout here basically feels like cheating. Like, that guy basically just killed himself. All right, sorry. All right, cool. Sentry, over cocky GPS to the rescue. All right, are you ready? Let's see here, where was it?
Teamwork.
Okay! Ultra Instinct time! Time to get, oh shit. That was not the power of Ultra Instinct. That was the power of suck. The power of suckage. Cool. So let me just go forward to the tick and show you the downfall of this weapon, where you can definitely feel that you are failing, and that's where we'll end it. So here we are on Snowy Coast. It's the last stage. We've been pretty much beaten by the other team here, and they're pushing into the final stretch. There's heavies, there's snipers that can shoot, there's engineers that actually have proper positioning. It's actually a pretty competent team we're playing against, except this spy for some reason. So you can see the cart's dangerously close, and here's like one of the big downsides with this is that you can't cancel it. So right now I'm going like, all right, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna stop this capture, but because I'm invulnerable, I can't do anything. So it will just keep going, and I can't push the guy. I'm not sure if you can push guys if you have the short stop and it's active. That's interesting. Let's find that out. So then we die and we lose. Cool. So let's see here. So that was the Bonk. Thank you for everybody who submitted. So it's a pretty powerful weapon. It's integral to the scout, to getting past stuff. Response weapon to when you want to be annoying to engineers and just get past stuff. And it's also great for survival. It will not, like your deathmatching ability against scouts that aren't using this actually goes down if it gets to that you are not using just your primary. So let's say, all right, cool. So let's do, what? Okay, fine. So apparently someone's demo fucking forced my game into like Highlander mode or something. I don't know. So let's give that a shot. Let's place your bets. Can you push people while you are under the effects of Bonk? And I think not. So let's see. Here's the push. Here's the drink. And we can push. Myth busted. All right, cool. So for I think the next week I'm coming on Sunday. It's going to be the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol for the scout that we will be covering. So this weapon was very OP, and then he got a nerf. And in 1 week, next Wednesday, we are going to be looking at the changes for the panic attack. No, not the panic attack, reserve shooter, excuse me. For, this is a reserve shooter, it's just a reskin. For the pyro. The reason we're not doing this for the soldier as well is because for soldier, it remains pretty much the same. But for pyro, it's kind of different, but it still has the faster switch speed. So unless you fire more than 4 shots, it's actually better than the regular shotgun. And then we'll also see how it works if you guys are able to capitalize on teammates being blasted in the air by teammates. Let's say a demo man or a sentry rocket or a soldier launches someone else in the air. Are you then fast enough to be able to capitalize on your mini crits from this weapon? Will be very interesting to see if we can do that, because I know I can do that no problem, because I'm so good at this game. I have over 10,000 hours. Isn't that cool? So of course, be sure to join Steam group for announcements and Discord for less announcements, because I kind of forget sometimes in Discord. If you want to ask me stuff, you can always ping me in Discord and I'll try to answer it if your question isn't stupid, like doesn't have anything to do with TF2, or is like, hey, can I get your trading cards? Now everybody's gonna ask me for trading cards. I regret saying that. Anyway, there's that, and there's also a raffle where you can win free hats. And I'm going on a crafting spree soon when we run out of raffle hats, so then we'll do a whole thing about that. Cool. So thank you for watching. In 1 week from on Sunday, Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. In a week from now, that's next Wednesday, we will be doing the reserve shooter for the pyro and the pyro only.